Hey everyone, it's Josh. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming Airbnb IPO, ticker ABNB, and take a look at the S-1 filing. Now, I am not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell based on this video. Please do your own research and make your own decisions. So for those who don't know what Airbnb is basically a marketplace where people can rent out their homes to others. For example, let's say I wanted to visit New York for a few days. Instead of booking a hotel, I can find listings on Airbnb and rent out a room. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at the financials, the market opportunity, the moat, risks, and finish off with a summary. If you want to follow along, I'll leave a link to the S-1 filing in the video description below. The first thing we're going to take a look at are the company's financials. So here is the balance sheet, and taking a look at the cash and cash equivalents, we can see that it is growing year over year, which is good. They have almost $4.5 billion in cash and cash equivalents. We also see working capital growing year over year, which is also good. They have about $2.3 billion in working capital. So if COVID continues to have a negative impact on Airbnb, it's good to know that they have cash on hand to weather the storm. We do, however, need to take note that the total liabilities have been growing year over year, likely due to investments to make the company grow. They have almost $6.9 billion in liabilities. It is also important to note that if you're buying into this company, you're buying into a deficit of around $1.4 billion. You can see that the total stockholder deficit has also been growing year over year. Now let's take a look at the annual revenues. So up until 2019, we can see consistent, impressive double-digit growth. The revenue has 5x from 2015 to 2019. However, the growth rate percentage has been decreasing over time, but this is not too surprising as it is unrealistic to expect 50% plus growth forever. Comparing the 9 months ended revenue from 2019 to 2020, we can see a huge decline in revenue, but this is also not too surprising due to COVID, as people are not really traveling right now and Airbnb is in the travel industry. Taking a look at the annual net loss, you can see that Airbnb is not yet profitable. This is pretty typical of growth companies as their focus is usually on high revenue growth. This is definitely something you want to pay attention to if you are interested in investing in this company. Now let's talk about market opportunity. Airbnb estimates that their serviceable addressable market today is about $1.5 trillion. So that's the markets that Airbnb is already in. They estimate their total addressable market to be $3.4 trillion, where $1.8 trillion is for short-term stays and $210 billion for long-term stays, $1.4 trillion for experiences. And this is interesting because these two businesses is not something that most people are aware Airbnb is looking to get into, especially the long-term stay business. Another thing to take a look at in the long-term growth strategy is that Airbnb is actually looking to expand into other parts of the world, India, China, Latin America, and Southeast Asia. So if you're interested in investing in this company, you definitely want to keep an eye out for how they execute in these other areas of the world. So what makes Airbnb so competitive? Airbnb is a globally recognized brand. The term Airbnb is used as a noun and a verb, similar to how Zoom and Google are thrown around. This is really hard to replicate once Airbnb is already a part of people's vocabulary. Airbnb is also a technology company, so I'm sure they are constantly improving their technology platform as well as collecting data to make better informed business decisions. So what are the risks of Airbnb? Of course, there's COVID in the short term as people are still not traveling too much. They've also noted that they have incurred net losses each year since inception and may not be able to achieve profitability. Their adjusted EBITDA and free cash flow is declining and they expect the trend to continue. The revenue growth rate has also slowed, which is not surprising as we've seen in their financial statements, but it's important to note that they expect it to continue to slow in the future. Airbnb is also subjected to laws and regulations depending on which region they're servicing, similar to how Uber had to go through laws and regulations in different cities around the world. This industry is very competitive and they acknowledge it. There's the legacy hotel chains, other online platforms, and travel agencies. They even listed tech giant Google as a competitor, and Google definitely has a lot of money to compete if they choose to. So if I had to choose a few bullet points, it would be these four. It's a high revenue growth company, but the growth is slowing. They have enough cash for the short-term problems, but they're still not a profitable company. They are disrupting a multi-trillion-dollar industry though. I hope this was helpful in understanding a little bit more about Airbnb's IPO. I definitely recommend taking a look at the S-1 filing yourself if you're serious about investing in this company. Again, I am not a financial advisor, so don't buy or sell based on this video. Please do your own research and make your own decisions. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.